Hello and welcome to Pickerington. We are so excited that you chose to join the Pickerington team this school year.
So excited. We are such a fantastic district. We're growing in so many ways, always. We're always looking to find growth in what we do, right? And learning. So we are here to talk to you really quickly. We won't take a lot of your time because we know the crazy beginning of the year. There's a lot to do. So let's just jump right in and let's talk about who we are. So I am Tara Ruckman. As you can see, I am an academic behavior coach in the district, and I'm also a resident educator coordinator. So if you are coming from another district or you are new and you are in the resident educator program, you will have to deal with me whether you have behavior in your classroom or not.
Yeah, and I'm Stephanie Howe, and I am the instructional technology coach. This year, 5 through 8, that could change, who knows. I've been kind of around the district. I've been K8 before, so I have a lot of different experience. And I am so excited. I'm a former special education teacher prior to coaching, and my goal is to make your life easier. So, however, I can do that or help you plan out a lesson that you're stuck on or you want reworked, I am happy to be that person that kind of is your thought partner throughout that. Again, just want to make your life easier and have a greater impact on your students. And you're probably like, okay, there's two coaches already, and you probably already met your content coach, right? So we just want to kind of let you know that Pickerington does have a lot of resources to support you. Use those resources. Don't make it so overwhelming as it might seem like it might be. You're going to have like a content coach, an EL coach, a spec ed coach, a tech coach, other teachers that are going to be helping you. So there's a lot of support in Pickerington. And again, that can feel really overwhelming. And sometimes you're like, I don't know who to contact for what. And I just want you to know that we all have different strengths. So anytime you can pull us in together to work collaboratively, that's probably a good plan. So, for example, if you're working with your math coach and you're having some classroom management issue, you might want to bring Tara in. Or if you want to have your math coach and you want to work on some blended learning strategies, you might want to pull me in. So, again, we work really closely as a team in Pickerington with the coaching staff. So again, you're like, okay, I see behavior and technology. And that's kind of where Tara and I came together was my biggest focus is blended learning, where hers is that behavior piece. And we were seeing some classroom management struggles, some executive functioning struggles when it came to blended learning. And so because of that, teachers started inviting us both in. And it was like a powerhouse.
Oh, it's so much fun, right? I mean, fun for the kids, fun for the teachers, fun for us. It was just a great collaborative environment. And definitely wasn't overwhelming. You would think that many people in the room, but it was just like a flow. We created a flow in the classroom, and being able to support your needs with classroom management and also that engagement piece was so important. And we're excited to be able to start doing that and increasing that more and more.
Yeah, so we want to just partner with you and we're happy to do that in a collaborative setting. Our goal is just to kind of find that person that is going to support you best. And so if you're stuck or struggling with something, reach out to one of your coaches. And again, there's no judgment. We will just kind of come in and we'll support you. And if we're unable to help you, we're probably going to tag team another coach to come in and support you. So I just want to throw that out there that again, if you need help, reach out. And it can feel overwhelming, but just know that we do a lot of tag teaming or collaborative coaching type cycles as well.
Right? Just knowing you're not alone in all of this, because the classroom can be overwhelming that first year with all of the new things that you have to learn and put into place when you're thinking about what is the Pickerington way. That's really important, right? Because you may have experience from another district and you might be right on top of everything you've done, but Pickerington might be a little bit different. So just learning that Pickerington way will be important, and we are here to support you in that process.
Yeah. So the next thing is why. Again, that school year can be really difficult. And so just keep going back to why you went into education. For me, it was a student named Chucky who had some physical disabilities, and he just had this growth mindset. So keep going back to that why you became an educator. And we would love to hear your whys. So if you have some time, invite us in so we can hear why you're in education and how we can, again, support you. All right, you ready for the goodie bag?
Goodie bag. So this is your survival bag. We were excited to put this together. Actually, Steph put it together. Right now, we just talked about it. She was the implementer on this one. But taking a look at your survival bag, what do you see?
And AJ also helped me. So if you have something missing, let me know. Because he was trying to count things, and I'm like, and we're just learning to count. He's 2. So if you're missing something, let me know. All right, so let's go ahead and start with our first thing, the tea bag. What does the tea bag stand for, Tara?
The tea bag is to remind you that you are terrific. Because listen, we all have our doubts. I remember my first year of teaching, I was like 2 weeks in and I was like, what have I done? I need to switch professions. My class has gone wild. I have no control. And that is when I really got started into my making sure that my classroom management was on target. So during this first year or this transition to Pickerington, you might at some point have that feeling of I'm failing. But guess what? We fail forward in Pickerington. Failing is okay. We like to fail because we learn from failing. So this is to remind you that you are terrific when you get in those moments of not feeling so great.
And then the next thing is a paperclip. So with the paperclip, we just want to remind you to stay organized because you're going to get a lot of different resources, a lot of different ideas. And so digital, you're going to want to start creating folders with maybe emojis or some color coding. But that paperclip is just to remind you to stay organized and try to keep up with all of the things going on. But if you get lost, just ask somebody.
Rubber band is to remind you to be flexible. I wish somebody would have told me this in my first year. It's not always going to go as planned, right? And in those moments where it doesn't go as planned, it's okay. Like it doesn't have to always go as planned. If you have your lesson plans carried out for the whole week and on Monday something takes longer than expected and that changes your whole week, it's okay. It's not a big deal. Just reschedule, work on next week. What does that look like? Just be flexible because it's going to happen. It happens to me, it happens to Steph, it happens to everybody. There's always that thing. We never know what that thing is, right? But just being flexible and knowing that it's okay and it's going to be okay can help take that weight of feeling like I have to stick to these plans every single day because it's okay. Be flexible.
And then the next thing is a BandAid, and this is to mend your hurt feelings if there are any. Students might hurt your feeling, a parent, a coworker, we might hurt your feelings. And so that BandAid is going to be there to help mend those feelings. We're also into personality tests. So if you are interested in that, it just helps with getting to know others and how they respond to different feedback. And so that's also kind of a fun thing with the BandAid as well.
A Tootsie Roll to remind you to roll with it. I think sometimes we have, and this is kind of that on that be flexible piece, right? Sometimes we feel like we need to stay on the same pace, and we do somewhat, right? But roll with it. Sometimes, if you have a discussion and a student brings up something that you were not expecting to talk about, sometimes you just got to roll with it. If a question comes up from another teacher and you're in a professional learning, sometimes you just got to roll with it because those types of questions from students, teachers, the staff around you, if you roll with it, those can bring up more collaborative and a deeper discussion and depth of knowledge when you roll with it versus cutting it off. Sometimes maybe some of those things that you never thought of.
And then the next one is your lifesavers. So SOS in our district, I think, means save our students. I have a game that is called SOS, and it's a lot of fun. But with the lifesaver, you're amazing, and you are saving so many children, not just educationally, but you're also meeting their basic needs. So those lifesavers are to remind you of how much of an impact you're making in the classroom.
Changing students' lives one day at a time. All right, and our last one is gum to help you to stick with it. Like I said, my second week of teaching, I was ready to quit, but you feel like giving up. Sometimes it gets hard. Sometimes there might be student behavior. Sometimes it might be content. Sometimes it might be time, right? The most valuable asset we all have is time. And when you run out of it because your day is jam packed, we might want to feel like giving up because we just don't have the time and we're overwhelmed with all of the things that we have to do. So, this gum is to remind you to stick with it. It will work out in the end. It'll find a way. It always does.
And then actually the last one is a sticker. So with this one, it's a control the chaos sticker. And Tara and I, we record every single week a podcast episode. So if you are interested, feel free to subscribe. And we talk about different teaching strategies and resources and ideas to control that chaos, because the chaos is crazy and it needs controlled, right? So we go over different roadblocks, different things. And so if you hear something in that podcast or you like an idea and you want help, let us know and we can come in and co-teach with you and we can customize it to fit your need for your classroom.
And be bold. So, next year, we want you to be the alphas in the classroom. So, go up to people and share what's working and not working in your classroom so that you can be bold. I think I said before, be the person that shares that, be the solution focused person. So, go into a room instead of being the problem person, be the solution person. Be bold. And if you can, be any assistance during this school year. We support your staff, support other people. We support you, and we all work together as a collaborative environment. So be bold, reach out for support or give support, be the solution focused person in the room.
And then just a reminder, here's our contact information if you need us at any point this school year. We would love to be that sounding board and provide that non-judgmental advice and coaching support with you. So again, we just look forward to working with you this school year, and we cannot wait to see all the exciting things that you're going to be doing in your classroom the next few months and years. So thank you for joining the Pickerington team. Go Tigers and Panthers.